I'm gonna make this 5 minutes short because I know your attention span is non-existence. Now, have you ever looked in the mirror and feel like you have no idea who's staring back at you? Like, who the hell is this person? What do they even want? What are they doing with their life? If that hits a little too close to home, good. Because today we're ripping that feeling apart, burning it to the ground, and rebuilding something better. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychoanalyst who was out here dropping truth bombs before self-help was even a thing, once said, "Life really begins when you find yourself." And he's absolutely right. Because let's be real, most people are just floating through life, reacting to whatever nonsense gets thrown at them. They don't know what they want, they don't know who they are, and worst of all, they don't even care enough to find out. Not you, though. You're here. You're about to learn how to actually find yourself and make life start working in your favor. So, buckle up, because this isn't your fluffy, just be yourself pep talk. We're getting real, we're getting brutal, and we're making sure that by the end of this, you walk away knowing exactly what the hell you're about. Here's what we're covering: why you don't actually know yourself. To be fair, most people never do. The brutal process of figuring out who you actually are, how to stop being a background character in your own damn life, and the absolute power that comes when you finally find yourself. Ready? Let's go. All right, first things first. Why the hell don't you know yourself? Simple. Because your entire life, you've been conditioned to be someone else. Think about it. From the moment you popped out into this world, people have been stuffing your head with their opinions. Your parents told you what kind of person you should be. Society told you what success looks like. Social media told you what you should like, how you should act, what kind of life you should be chasing. And at no point did anyone hand you a damn manual and say, "Hey, here's how to figure out what you actually want." So what happens? You become a mix of everyone else's expectations. You live life on autopilot, making decisions based on what seems right instead of what actually feels right for you. And if that doesn't sound like a freaking horror story, I don't know what does. Let's quickly talk about the brutal process of finding yourself. Now, this is where most people check out. Because finding yourself, that's not fun. That's not easy. That's not some cute little exercise where you light a candle, write in a journal, and suddenly know exactly who you are. Finding yourself is war. It's tearing apart everything you thought you knew about yourself and rebuilding from scratch. And it starts with one painful but necessary step: questioning every single thing you believe. Do you really love the career path you're on? Or did someone just tell you it's practical? Do you actually enjoy the people you hang out with? Or do you keep them around because it's convenient? Do you even like the version of yourself you're presenting to the world? Or is it just a character you're playing? See, most people don't ask these questions because they're terrified of the answers. But you're smarter than that. You're gonna do the hard work, because once you strip away the lies, once you burn down the fake identity you've been carrying, you can finally start building something real. Now, let me teach you how to stop being a background character. Okay, so you're starting to wake up. You're seeing the fake layers, the conditioning, the expectations that were shoved on you. Now what? You start making moves like the main character you were born to be. Step 1, stop waiting for permission. Most people sit around waiting for a magical moment where everything makes sense and they suddenly have permission to be themselves. That moment doesn't exist. You don't need a damn permission slip. You just start. Step 2, get rid of what's holding you back. That means toxic people, useless distractions, and any version of yourself that's playing small just to keep others comfortable. If something in your life is making you miserable, it's gotta go. No negotiations. Step 3, start doing things that actually excite you, not what's impressive, not what's safe. What genuinely makes you feel alive? Start doing more of that. And if you don't know, start experimenting. Try things, fail at them, and learn. You don't find yourself by thinking. You find yourself by doing. Do you know how powerful finding yourself is? Now, let's talk about what happens when you actually figure this out. When you finally stop being a confused mess and start living as your real self. First off, you become unshakable, because when you know who you are, nothing can touch you. People's opinions, irrelevant, rejection, doesn't faze you, failure, just another step forward. Second, your life stops feeling like some frustrating, meaningless grind and actually becomes something you love. Because instead of living by default, you start creating on purpose. You start choosing what aligns with you, not what you've been told to chase. And last, you actually start respecting yourself. Because instead of being some watered-down version of what everyone else wants, you become someone you can be proud of. And that's everything. So, here's the deal. Life doesn't start when you get rich. It doesn't start when you land your dream job. It doesn't even start when you finally get your life together. It starts when you decide to finally be yourself. So, do the work, tear down the lies, ask the hard questions, and start building the real you. And hey, if this hit home, if you're ready to take control and stop living life like a damn NPC,